Welcome back to the Old Barn on Ann Street, and this is our next to the last episode, and I want to thank all of you for sticking with us and watching these each week. It's been quite an interesting thing that we've done this last year. We really enjoyed it, and what we want to do these last two episodes is really show you the progress, the before and after, and of the different projects here in the barn. This week we want to focus on the loft and all the things that have happened here. So let's start by going way back to the beginning and see what it looked like then and see what the before and after looks like. So here we go. Of all the work we've done in the barn and the house next door, really this loft space is where we really didn't have to do as much work as other places. We've reinforced the floor behind us. We put in stairs and railings and new lighting and such. But the barn itself, this loft itself, is such an amazing space. In fact, most of the time when people walk up here for the first time, the first thing they say as soon as they get to the top of the steps and turn around and look at the loft is, wow. And then they start talking about all the things that could happen up here. They talk about concerts, they talk about markets, they talk about all kinds of stuff, and then wedding. They talk about all kinds of things that could happen. And so maybe what we do today is just show you a little bit about what we'd like to do in this space. So let's go back to the first event we had here and show you what that looked like. Our very first ever Christmas in the Barn event. That was an amazing first market in the barn. We've had two of those Christmas markets now and a spring market called Bloom in the Barn, and another one of those is coming up. Our current plan is to do those probably twice a year. That may change in the future, but we love the market. We love all the vendors. We love the anticipation. We love the way the community supports it, and people from really all over the South Shore of Nova Scotia come to those markets. Other ways we're planning to use this, there's a possibility of concerts, and so the first music we had here were those music videos we did for Black History Month, and here's what that looked like, just a little taste of when we had our first music here in the barn. That was just a little behind the scenes clip from when we were recording that day. It was an amazing day. Just the acoustics in this place are great. And by the way, there is going to be a concert in the barn this June 28th. Jesse's coming back, and we're going to have our first concert here in the barn, and we'll let you know more about that in the future. But if you're somewhere nearby, we'd love to have you come and enjoy that very first concert in the barn. But one of the main things we're going to do is make this, and we are making this, into a small wedding venue. We had our first wedding reception here last fall, and so here's some pictures from that and a little bit about what that could look like in the future. last few pictures were Janet and I at a wedding showcase event in Yarmouth. A time where we were trying to show what we could do in the barn and encourage people to book space here. If you'd like to have a wedding in the barn, we would love to host it. We have a Wedding Wire account. You can go to weddingwire.com and look for the Old Barn on Ann Street, and you can book your wedding here in this space. We would love to have it and make this a place for your special day. So, man, we're excited about all that has happened in this loft, the before and the after, and the potential what happens in the future. We love this venue. We love having you watch all that's done here, but we've done here, and be a part of things as we move ahead. So, one more week of the Old Barn on Ann Street. Next week, we're going to go downstairs, look at all the things that have taken place there, and the life and the pottery and all the stuff and exciting things that are happening on the first floor of the Old Barn on Ann Street. So, hey, have a good week. And for one more time, we'll see you next week on the Old Barn on Ann Street.